This portion of our summer discovery training is all about parent information. For drop-off and pick-up procedures, the first spot that parents will go to when they drop off and pick up their child is the parent table, and we'll go over that in more detail in the next slide. Participants will be signed in and out of the program by an authorized adult. If parents come to sign them in the morning during big room or breakout room time, there will be a parent greeter at the table who can help them get all situated in the morning. And then in the afternoon, if parents come during, again, big room or breakout room time, there will be a parent greeter to ensure that they sign out and it's an authorized adult picking up their child. If the parents come during the day to pick up their child, they'll stop at the parent table and check out the board to see where their child's classroom is throughout the grounds or in the building so that they can pick up their child. When parents come to pick up, you'll also ID them unless you know for sure who they belong with. And so if they come to you during the day and they didn't meet the parent greeter at the table, we will not release a child to them unless they have their ID and you match it to their authorized pickup list in your binder, or if you are exactly so positive that that child goes with that parent. Here's a picture of the parent table, and this summer it's actually in a different spot than what these pictures show. It used to be located in Big Room, but we are now moving it out into the hallway, the main hallway when you enter the community center. So this is the general program information is located on the board. It's where all of our classroom locations are, and the info for the week, and our lunch menu is also posted up there for the day. This is the payment box where parents will put request forms and any other medication forms or just forms in general for the coordinators to see. They'll place it in there. These are the sign in and out, sign out binders that we talked about on the previous slide, where they come and they sign their child in for the day and they will sign out as well there. Behind the parent table are some child folders, and if there's any news from classrooms or any notes to go home, or some staff will put library receipts in there and things like that. Parents can check those folders. And this is the parent communication log, and the parents will write any notes for the day if they're going to pick up early, or if they have a question for the coordinators or any information for the room staff about their child, they'll write it in there. Payment information. We automatically process payments on Thursdays, so they pay for the week ahead of time, and that process will begin on the Thursday before the program starts. We have something that's called request forms, and that's something that they have anything they would like to change or vacation days they would like to take. That's something they'll fill out on the request form and then put it in that payment box on the parent table. And this summer we also are offering an online option for request forms also. On the request forms, there's a spot for vacation days, and the number of vacation days they get depends on the number of days their child attends the program throughout the week. So if their child comes 3 days a week, they get 6 free vacation days. 4 days a week is 8 vacation days, and 5 days a week is 10 vacation days. And those vacation days need to be sent in 2 weeks in advance so that we're able to write it down and record it and then not have them charged for those weeks or days that they're off. And then one more thing on the request form is called the extra day of care. And that's if their child, for example, attends 3 days a week, like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and there's 1 week where they just have something going on and they need an extra day, so maybe their child would come on Thursday, they would fill out the request form for the extra day of care so that we can add it to their bill for that week. The last few things we're going to do is go over some frequently asked questions that parents often ask staff, and especially in the beginning of this. Is lunch included with tuition? Parents can choose to sign up for the lunch program at an additional cost, or they can provide their own lunch from home. So we do have an option that we have a catered hot lunch program that comes with something different every day for the kids to enjoy. Or like I said, they can bring their own lunch from home. We do provide milk to everyone in the program, whether they are a part of our lunch program or if they bring their lunch from home. Milk is for everyone. And in the weekly request form, they would need to complete by Tuesday if they would like a vegetarian option for the next week or any order that they might want for the next week for the lunch. So they don't have to do every single lunch. They can pick and choose which ones they would like. It just needs to be filled out and completed by Tuesday of the previous week for the upcoming week. How do you keep my child safe when they're in the pool? We have all Summer Discovery participants are given a swim test during their first week at Summer Discovery. And that swim test entails a 10-second front float, a 10-second back float, and the child needs to swim the length of the pool and also just prove that they're comfortable getting their face wet in the water when they are doing that swim also. If they do not pass the swim test, they'll be given a red wristband, which means that they will stay in the zero depth area of the pool where they can always touch. If they do pass the swim test, they'll be given a green wristband, which means they can swim in the whole pool, including the water slide. Also, throughout the pool, we have staff stationed outside and around the pool that are monitoring the children and ensuring that they're staying safe and following the pool rules. And we also have staff whose job it is to be in the water swimming with the kids, monitoring more closely in the pool and ensuring that, like I said, they're all being safe and they're all following the pool rules. What are enrichment classes? For the General Summer Discovery Program, these are specialized classes that students have the option to sign up for before summer begins. There's a variety of different classes that we offer, like volleyball, Spanish, guitar, and piano, and so on. Summer Discovery staff will walk participants to the class to check them in with the staff there, and when it's time for the class to be done, they'll pick them up and walk them back to wherever their class is throughout the grounds of the community center or in the building itself also, to make sure their child gets there and back safely. Sign up is required online, and there's also an additional fee that will be charged to the family's account, and that fee varies for each class. And one thing to note is that it is weather related. Some of the classes are done outside, and we do our best if the weather is not cooperating to make space in our building to have those classes, but if something's full and we don't have any space to put these classes, they will be canceled. The only enrichment class that offers an extra day if it does get rained out is tennis. What if my child is sick or needs medication administered at Summer Discovery? A child should not attend the program if they exhibit any symptoms listed in the parent handbook. That can include throwing up, having a fever, recently being diagnosed with some kind of illness within 24 hours, things like that. In order to come back to the program, the child needs to be symptom-free for 24 hours or on their medication for at least 24 hours. If the child gets sick at Summer Discovery, we will call the parent and guardian, and they will be asked to pick up their child, and they need to do so within 1 hour of us calling them. And if they have medication, like a daily medication, or if they get sick during the summer and have a prescription that we need to have during the day, we can administer them. We just have a few things the parents need to do first in order for us to do that. And one is fill out the medication form, which just explains what the medicine is, what time we give it, and if there's any other details, like they need to take it with food, things like that. They'll fill out that form and they'll put it into the payment box on the parent table. Whatever prescription or medication they bring, it needs to come in the original labeled bottle, and that will also stay with the coordinators in the coordinator office so that it stays safe, and then the coordinator will be the one to come around and give the medication to the child. And if the child has any allergies that require an EpiPen or Benadryl, there's an EpiPen emergency action plan that's on the back of the medication form. The parents will fill out that just explain the steps that we take leading up to an EpiPen and who we should call and just things like that if we ever were to use an EpiPen in an emergency situation. And the EpiPens and any inhalers are going to stay in the room backpacks with the staff. That way that the child will always have them ready available since they're most likely with their room staff. All right, so that's the end of our parent information slides. Make sure you click on the link below to head to the quiz, and thank you for listening.